Welcome to the Denali webinar series for November 5th, 2014. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Jeremy Beislein. I am a systems trainer here at Cougar Mountain Software, and I will be your presenter today. All right, so today the webinar is going to be talking about using reports in Denali and how to customize those reports to look and feel the way you need them to look. Mostly what it's going to be is using Excel to make those customizations. That's what our webinar is going to be talking about today, using Microsoft Excel to customize those reports. Kevin went over a little bit how to print reports to Excel on last month's webinar, so I'm going to just review that with you guys, and we'll kind of go into Excel a little bit and show you how that works. And then we're going to talk about the different report groups and classifications that you can set up your accounts in the general ledger so that when you use the export feature, the spreadsheet export feature, that it will bring in the data that you want, and you can use that data to create your own customized reports in Microsoft Excel. And then we're through with that. We'll go ahead and answer any questions we have with the time we have left in our chat. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So today's webinar, we're going to be focused on using Denali's General Ledger module, because that's where all of your financial reports come from, and that's the information you can send to Excel to manipulate those reports to look how you want them to look. So with that, we'll switch over to our General Ledger module. All right, so kind of to review, last month Kevin showed you how to print a report going to Microsoft Excel. So we'll review that real quick, and then I'll show you what you can do with it after it gets to Excel, just kind of get you started in the right direction. Keep in mind this webinar does not have a lot of training for using Excel's advanced features, so for that you'll have to refer to Microsoft or a Microsoft training partner to use Excel's advanced features to get the data you want in your reports. But I'll get you started in the right direction and get you pointed there, and then you'll use your Excel expertise to do that. So when you're printing a report, this is the income statement, profit and loss report we're going to be printing today. Your normal print screen comes up here. Okay, you can use the account filter if you want. We're going to leave that out for now. You go to your printer screen, but in this case we want to select text file, and then we want to use Microsoft Excel. This way it exports the report to Microsoft Excel format so that you can open this report in Microsoft Excel, and then you can change the look and feel of it however you need to. Now, the default is just report is what it does when you save that, but it saves it in the Denali install folder. So if you want to save it to a specific folder, then what you'll do is you'll bring up your Windows Explorer and you'll navigate to the folder you want to save at in Explorer. Then you can copy that path right there from Explorer, switch back over to Denali here, and then just paste the path in so that it will save it directly where you want it to save. So we'll go ahead and click OK, and now it's building our report. Now that report is done, it's built, and I told it to just save it to my desktop. So I'm going to switch over to my desktop here. All right, and then we see the report is right here on my desktop. So I will go ahead and double click on that report, and it just pops it up here in Excel screen now. So what I've done is I've opened the report here in Microsoft Excel that it saved. Now everybody should see my screen. Do you see it, Joe? Mm-hmm. All right, perfect. Okay, very good. So back to what I was talking about. This is the report as it exported from Denali into Excel. This is our profit and loss statement. This is just from our demonstration company, these numbers are. But what you can do with this report is you can customize the look of the report here. You can change the font color, you can change the font style, however you want it to look on the report here in Excel to give it whatever design or look that you want. You can fill in cells to make shaded areas of the report, however you want it to look there. You can also grab data, and for the advanced Excel users, you can design charts or based on the data that's here, and then you can make that as part of your spreadsheet report here. So This is some of the features you can do with Excel once you print the report from Denali to Excel. This right here just gives you the options to make changes on the look and feel of the report, and make your charts or use Excel's advanced features with the reports that you print. Now, all the reports that have the option to print to a text file, you can do this with. We did an income statement. You can also do a balance sheet. You can and just select text file using Microsoft Excel format, same thing. If you're in another module, for example, let's bring up payroll here, because I just saw somebody in the chat asking about that. There should be the same options there, so I'll show you real quick how that works. So the payroll module is loading here. So let's find a report here. Let's say, for example, employee history report. We can look at that one here. Let's go to detailed. I'm going to go January only. I don't want the report to be too big. Start to end, we'll click OK, and it's the same thing. We go to File, and it's going to be a Microsoft Excel file. Same exact features here. So if you save this report as a Microsoft Excel file, it will open up in Excel. I'm going to go to My Documents this time, though, instead of Desktop, because that's how I lost you guys last time. I don't want to do that, so we're going to put it in My Documents this time. So we're going to copy the path, and we're going to put the path in here. There. Now again, this will override any files that you have in this folder with the same file name, any Microsoft Excel files. Okay, so that report has now been exported. This time I put it in the My Documents folder here. Now we double click on this one, and there's our payroll history report. And again, it's exported into the Microsoft Excel format, so you can make any customizations on here just like you did on the other one there. We would say we want to make this one kind of a dusty red color, for example. Let's fill this one in kind of with a blue. And you can make whatever changes you want on there with that. So there's an example of a payroll report that you got from payroll using the same features there. So. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead and answer a question here in chat from Jeanette here. Normally we wait till the end, but this one is one that can be quickly answered. Jeanette trying to export the audit trail, she said, but she can't find it. Now remember, when you save those reports, when you go, I'll show you how to do that real quick. So there's your audit trail. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you put the path in. We're going to go to Excel. See, if you just save it as report right here, it's going to save it in the Denali install folder. It won't save it on your desktop. If you want this to go to your desktop, you need to put the path in, and the easiest way to do that is to go to your Windows Explorer here and then drill down to the path that gets you to desktop. Now you've got the path in the window up here. You can just copy that, Control-C, when it's highlighted in blue, and then paste it right here. I always like to do a backslash first so that it saves that file name. You paste it in. Now this is going to save this on the desktop because I put the path in. So just make sure that you put your desktop path in order to have it save on your desktop. And then when you click OK, it will generate that file in Microsoft Excel format here. Okay, so that's how you print reports to Excel, and then using Excel you can customize those reports, the look and feel of those reports, however you want them to look. So with that, we'll go to our next topic here. The next topic we're going to talk about is the general ledger account reporting groups. And the reason why we're talking about these reporting groups is because these groups right here tell the system what to put on what reports. When you bring up your general ledger accounts, you select which report group you want this account to show up in. This is report group 1 is for classified income and balance sheet statements in the Denali software. But it will also put a tag on this account when you export this information to Excel. So using Excel's advanced features, you can use that tag to sort the information out and group accounts together and get totals however you want to do that with Excel's advanced features. Group 1 is the classified report group. Group 2 is the cash flow report group. And then a lot of people ask, well, what about group 3? You know, we get a lot of people asking that on our support calls. They say, I noticed there's a group 3 on your general ledger accounts, but it's grayed out. I can't do anything with it. What group 3 is that's a special group that allows you to customize whatever classifications you want for your accounts. You can make your own customized classifications under the option menu, go to the codes, and it's going to be user-defined classifications. This right here is the group 3 classifications. So you can say, for example, if you want to do an income statement for specific departments, but you want the totals for those departments to be grouped together by department rather than by an individual account. In the general ledger, you can set up a separate account for each income for each department, a separate income or revenue account for each department, but you might have several revenue accounts for one department and several more for another department, and you might want to classify the departments together on reports using Microsoft Excel. So that way you can say, we're going to say Department 1, and then we're going to create one called Department 2. Just like all other parts of Denali, the code is up to a 6-digit code. You can do letters or numbers or a combination of both. The description is up to 50 characters. Department 2. And let's create one more, Department 3. So once you've created your user-defined classifications, now you can go in here to your chart of accounts. Since I was mentioning revenue accounts, let's go ahead and pull up our revenue accounts here. So let's say Sales General is Department 1. But notice how Group 3 is now opened up for me to use. It's not grayed out anymore. And the reason why is because I created those user-defined classifications. They are now available for me to assign to my chart of accounts as needed. So let's put Sales General in Department 1. Save that. Let's put Sheds also in Department 1. Now let's put Office Sales. Let's make that Department 2. And you can customize these codes and descriptions to whatever you want. It doesn't have to be Departments 1, 2, and 3. I'm just using that for an example here when you're creating those. Let's put Sales Services in Department 3. And Special, we'll put that in Department 3 also. So you go through and set up all of your accounts with your groups, and if you've customized user-defined classifications, you can use that in this Group 3 field here on the accounts. Now what happens is you go to your reports and you do your spreadsheet export. Kevin covered how to do this on the last webinar a month ago, so I won't go into a lot of detail on the spreadsheet export itself, but once this information is exported, we're going to go to period 1 here. I'm just going to do actual. You can use the account filter if you'd like, but we're going to leave that off for now. What happens is you go to export, and this pops that right into your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and there it is. So now you've got a spreadsheet of all of the data that you've exported for all of your accounts for period 1. And here's your group classifications right here, Report Class 1, Report Class 2, and look at this. We now have the customized one, which is Class 3, and we've got some of our accounts that are set up for Class 3. Now using this spreadsheet here, you can go into Excel with the same workbook open, create a new sheet, and design your own customized report using Microsoft Excel. And then what you do is you take the data from this sheet and have that data copy over to this other report. You can even use Excel with the advanced features to say, let's see, I want to see all the sales in Department 1 only on one line item. So in Excel, you create one line item and you use the Excel formula to include all of the numbers that have Department 1, so it'll add those together and combine them into the one line item on your report. Now again, those are more advanced Excel features. You'll have to get some Excel training from Microsoft or from a Microsoft partner on how to do all that. But using this export feature with Microsoft Excel from Denali to Excel, you can take this spreadsheet and you can group these numbers together in a customized report. You can use the report group 3 that we designed, or you can even use 1 or 2, however you want. See, we have a bunch of accounts assigned to these groups in report group 1, report class 1, or report class 2, or a combination of the 2, or a combination of all 3, to filter the data and combine the numbers on your customized report as you want. And by doing that, it gives you some great features to design customized spreadsheets in Microsoft Excel. And here's a few examples of that, what Excel can do. You can create several different options. You can formulate the Excel spreadsheet to include the totals how you want, and also format the look and feel of the spreadsheet as well, with the different fonts and styles and colors using Microsoft Excel's features and advanced calculation formulas. You can also put in graphs and charts, as you can see here with the data. And all of this information is copied from that spreadsheet that was exported from Denali into Excel to design these reports for you. So here's a couple more examples of what Microsoft Excel can do. So again, what you'll want to do is to get more information on how to use Excel to formulate those graphs and charts, to customize your fonts and styles, or to combine those numbers to get totals on your reports, then go to Microsoft.com/Excel for more information. Also, you can go to Microsoft.com/learning to set up for training and learning on how to use Microsoft Excel's more advanced features to do those things. But using Denali to export to Excel, it does give you all of those options available to get that taken care of. All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and open up the phones here to, the chat line, I should say. We're going to keep the phones muted. We've got quite a few attendees today, but I'll go ahead and answer your questions here. Okay, quick question here from Beverly. Will this presentation be available as a recording? Yes, with all of our webinars, we save the recordings, and you can go to the website to view the webinar later if you're not able to stay through it on the live webinar. Okay, here's another question. This is a good question. When is it better to export to CSV versus Excel? If you're going to be using Excel, Microsoft Excel, then that would be the recommended export using the Excel format. But if you're using a different spreadsheet program such as Lotus 123 or Quattro Pro or some of those others, you might want to use CSV rather than Excel. Excel works with either one, so if you export using CSV and open that up in Excel, that works just as well as going straight to the Excel format. It just saves that process of converting it to Excel format from CSV. So also, if you're exporting to CSV rather than Excel, you have certain formatting options when you open the file in Excel. So that's entirely up to you. I like just exporting it to Excel directly because it's already done and ready to go. The only issues, as Kevin was talking about a month ago, the only issues you don't want to save it in Excel format is if you're going to export the master file from any of the modules, such as the chart of accounts, and then later re-import that chart of accounts back into Denali. Anything you're going to import back in will not work if it's in Excel format. It has to be a text format that's delimited somehow, either tab or comma. So anything that you're going to import back in, any master files in Denali, you don't want to save as Excel. Okay, another question. Doesn't CSV not have repeating headers? CSV format is basically just a text format that's comma delimited, so it doesn't include a lot of the features that Excel normally would include. So yeah, that is correct. If you want all the Excel features, the formatting, the formulas, the different fonts and styles, all that, you will need to save it in Excel format in order to get those features to work. So definitely that would be the best way to go, is to just Excel. You can save it in CSV and then save it again in Excel. You've opened it up in Excel. You can save the file as an Excel file, and then you've got both. But the Excel file is the one you're going to use for all of your customizations and formatting that Excel has. Okay, another question from Bill. He says, on my system under the report type, I do not have profit and loss. I only have options for detailed, summary, etc. Am I missing things? You know what, Bill? I am not sure on that. It should be showing you that when we switch over to General Ledger. I'll just do that real quick. So on report type, you should have the profit and loss. It may just be that you need to do an upgrade to a newer version of your software, so I'm not sure. But what I would do on that is I would contact technical support and ask them why you don't have these other features in your income statement report. Setting up the report groups, how do you label the group description? Okay, so question from Beverly, how to label the group description. When you're setting up your user-defined groups, you basically, all you do is you create a 6-character code. It can be a combination of letters or numbers, and then up to a 50-character description. And that's it. That's pretty much all it needs. That just assigns that, or that just sets up customized classifications that you can use in report group 3 field right here. Report groups 1 and 2 are pre-designed by the software. You can't change those. Those are already set up, and the little codes that are set up with them are also pre-designed. The codes that you see in your Excel spreadsheet here. See report group 1, these codes, and report group 2, these codes. Those are all built into the software that are not changeable, but group 3 is customizable. These are the ones you can set up for however you want it to be. And that's what I would recommend using if you want to set up your own customized codes to say what you want them to say. And then you can use this column in Excel to generate your customized reports with the data that's in this column here. Okay. Okay, Beverly has a question. It says you're using Pro, CMS Pro, and do not have the Excel option other than the spreadsheet export. We only have the text or CSV option. Yes, Beverly, unfortunately, if you don't have Denali, you will not have the option to print reports to Excel. In Pro, all you have the option to is print them to TXT files. And of course, you can eliminate that by printing it to a CSV option on some reports. Not all reports have the CSV option, though. So if you want that feature to actually save it as an Excel format, you would need to upgrade your software to the Denali format. However, you can also save it as a text or CSV, as you can do there in Pro, and then open it in Excel from a CSV, and then once it's open in Excel, you can, at that point, save it within the Excel software to an XLS file. And then you'll have all of the features and formula options available that Excel offers. Okay, so with that, it looks like that's all of our questions. Oh, one more just popped in. What about payroll? With payroll, you can print those reports, just like I was showing you here. You can print those reports to the file, to Microsoft Excel, but you don't have the option with report groups in payroll. That's only available in General Ledger to do the spreadsheet export. That is only available in the General Ledger module. But all the other modules have this option where you can print your reports to a Microsoft Excel format, and then once you have that format, once you have that report in Microsoft Excel, you can go in here and customize it to look however you want it to look. All right, so if you have any more questions about how to use Excel to create those customized formulas and advanced features, again, go to the website, to Microsoft.com/Excel or Microsoft.com/learning. They've got all kinds of programs and options for you available to teach you the more advanced features on how to use Excel to create those reports and to use data from Cougar Mountain Denali to generate those reports that you need. Be sure to keep tuned in. We've got our next webinar coming up on December 3rd. We're going to talk about the budget management tool in Denali and how that tool works. We'll go over the different features and options that you have with budgeting in Denali. So be sure to check back with us on December 3rd at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific. If you have any further questions or comments, feel free to contact us, technical support number. You can also email technical support at cougarmountain.com. And with that, I want to thank you all for attending today. It's been a great webinar. We had a few technical difficulties. I do apologize for that. hopefully we'll be more prepared next time. So be sure to check up for follow-up communications and also check the website for access to the recording. So with that, thank you so much and have a great day.